Now I have been speaking about the science of all these things. Equally important, as much as food is important, what is important is not eating. As much as eating is important, not eating is important. The secret of longevity and health is not in eating, it is in not eating. Okay, that we call as intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting. The logic is very, very, very simple. You don't want a abnormal insulin response. When you take carbohydrate, high insulin response. When you take protein, moderate insulin response. When you take fat, there is little insulin response. When you don't take food at all, there is no insulin response. Okay. Having said that, you cannot fast continuously. Though the Guinness Book of Record for fasting is 382 days. The guy didn't die. Naladan. Jains fast continuously for 1 week. Even more, they do. Nothing happens to them. They become more healthy. Okay. So, fasting nala there are great advantages. Great advantage. On a scientific side, no, when you fast, the first thing your insulin level drops. Okay. And it spikes what is known as the growth hormone. People are injecting growth hormones to become big, to become muscular, failing to understand if you don't eat, your growth hormone will grow. And what does the growth hormone do? It builds your muscle and it burns your fat. That is why we need to go on intermittent fasting. Any system works only if it is done intermittently. You do anything continuously, there is fatigue. So you do what is known intermittent fasting. I'll tell you the advantages of fasting later, but science of fasting is this is what it is. I assume all of you take a lot of carbohydrates, barring a few. You cannot get into the intermittent fasting suddenly. So, slowly you have to ease into this fasting. Your body should adapt. So, fasting technique எப்படினா, normally all of us fast. Night 8 மணிக்கு சாப்பிட்டா காலம் 6 மணிக்கு தான் we take something else. So, there were 10 hours we fast. Okay, what we are trying to do is that extend it little by little. So, instead of breaking the terminology itself is wrong. It is not breakfast, it is breaking the fast. Instead of breaking the fast at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. in the morning, you postpone it by 1 hour every other day. Slowly take it to a 16 hour. 8 மணிக்கு டின்னர்னா அடுத்த நாள் மத்தியானம் 12 மணிக்கு தான் you break your fast. This is 16 hour. So what happens normally in the first few hours, the energy that you consume by the food is taken up by the body. அதுக்கப்புறம் the stored energy in the liver, not the muscle. Muscle will never give up the glucose, the glycogen. The liver லேந்து வரும். அதுக்கப்புறம் the body will be hunting out for energy. It will tap your fat. Last 2 or 3 hours of the 16 hour fast. Okay, that's what is happening. So அதுலேருந்து என்ன பண்ணணும், slowly you extend it to 16 to 18 to 20 to 24. The next 2 or 3 months you ease into the 24-hour fasting. How can you ease very well is to cut the carbohydrate. When you cut the carbohydrate, you have to take lot of fat. Whether vegetarian, non-vegetarian source, எது இருந்தாலும் பரவாயில்ல, you increase the fat content of your food. What happens when you take fat, the hunger goes off. So by reducing the carbohydrate and increasing the fat, what type of fat vegetarians can take, she will explain. Unga hunger pangs போகும், you will be able to get into the fasting business much better. Okay, and in your fasted state, the body burns fat. உடம்புக்கு ரெண்டு fuel வேணும். One is carbohydrate, that is sugar. இன்னொன்று வந்து fat. Fatலேருந்து வருது ketone ஒன்று sugar, இன்னொன்று ketone. இதில் superior fuel வந்து ketone தான். So sugar is like you take gasoline and light it. It burns like that. Okay, whereas ketone is like a log of wood. Continuously it will burn. So that is what we have to aim. We have to burn our fat. How do you burn your fat? By knocking off the carbohydrate. அது போச்சுன்னா the body has got no choice but to use the fat. That is the perfect solution for all our illness. What happens when you burn fat? You lose weight. When you lose weight, everything falls into slot. After all, that is the fundamental thing. All these people have lost weight. okay, across the board without any exception, and all the parameters have settled down or settling down. So that is the beauty of fasting. It can be done by everyone. It can be done by everyone. Only thing, you have to slowly get into it. The problem with fasting எப்போ வரும்னா, if you are a diabetic, if you are on certain medicines, then you have to be careful. You have to go to a doctor, sir, I am on this diet, I am going on a fast. Certain medicine like insulin or okay, otherwise your sugar may go very low, and you will end up in great issues. One insulin, one sulfonylurea or drug irukku. Rendum vandu they can cause low sugar. So on the doctor to pay, you have to explain, I am going on this diet. Whether he understands that, that's a different issue altogether. Whether he is aware, whether he is open to such ideas is a different issue. Probably he may say, allam pannading sir, danger, I don't know. But a doctor will understand that and say, okay, you start on the diet, reduce the insulin by half, if you have a glucometer, keep checking it. Check pannunga, and accordingly stop. Drug 1, drug 2, drug 3. Slowly you have to consult your doctor before doing that. Okay? How many of you have heard about bariatric surgery? Bariatric surgery is எதுக்கு பண்றாங்க? For weight loss and diabetes. Okay? It's not a bariatric surgery, it's a barbaric surgery. So what do? They remove 9/10 of your stomach or staple it. Okay? That's the worst thing they can do. Because see, whether it's evolution or creation, whichever way you believe it, the body is intelligent, we are stupid. See, why is the stomach there? Stomach acid is there, pepsin is there, and food digest ஆகும். Digest ஆகி அதுக்கப்புறம் small intestine the bile comes, the pancreatic juices come, then all the digestion occurs, the minerals are absorbed. Okay? You cut the stomach, everything goes fat. So you are looking at short term solution. Then obesity will go, sugar will go, only to come back with a vengeance later, or you will be miserable. You just cannot take anything, and the complications of bariatric surgery are very, very high, including death. It can happen, and it's a permanent procedure. திருப்பி ஓபன் பண்ணி எங்க போன ஸ்டமக் எங்க வைக்க முடியுமா? வைக்க முடியாது. Stapling, you can remove the staple, but that's not the point. It is very expensive, highly risky procedure. But what is fasting? It's the simplest way of bariatric surgery. It is, anybody can do it. You can do it anywhere. You can do it anytime. You can do it if you can't cook. You can do it if you don't know to cook. You can do it if you don't have money. You can do it if you don't have teeth. When you are traveling, this is anytime, any place. No money. What else solution do you? So all you have to do is a combo, beautiful combo of low carbohydrate, high saturated fat on the one side and intermittent fasting on the other side. Problem solved. Lifelong. If you continue, the problem is solved lifelong.